clearly we are excited. There's a lot to know about getting to the game tomorrow. So, Erica, you're going to be going through all of that throughout the show. But first, more on today's morning commute.
Yeah, absolutely, Jordan and Corey. We're going to be talking everything you need to know, how to get to the game, where to park, where to tailgate, all that good stuff. But right now, we, of course, want to talk about what the Friday morning drive is looking like. A few crashes you'll want to watch out for already early this morning. So going ahead to zoom in here, if you are catching a flight out, maybe you're not staying in town this weekend, we've got some impacts on inbound Pena Boulevard. So heading in toward the airport at 56th Avenue is where that crash is reported as a serious wreck. And as you can see, those delays almost slowing to I-70. So don't wait around if you need to get out to the airport at this hour, or maybe just take the A line. We also have a reported rollover crash on northbound I-25 at 17th, already seeing delays all the way to 6th Avenue. Then the third problem we're following, we've actually got a closure on eastbound C-470 between Ken Carroll and South Platte Canyon. An additional closure because of that same crash is Wadsworth at this hour out at C-470.
And as far as our weather goes, still mild weather around here because the cold front that's going to come through and enhance the moisture we have already in place has not arrived yet. So look at the temperatures, 60s, 70s over the eastern plains, 40s, 50s mountains. We're seeing 60s out to the west. But as we take a look, there are the showers and thunderstorms. And look at how this moisture moves into that cold front. And look at how the lightning strikes increase. That's where the front sits. It's going to drop on down. And as it does, look at how it enhances the moisture. Here it is 2 o'clock this afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms and some with heavy rains right around the metro area. It's almost going to be like a tropical rainforest around here later on today. 73 degrees is what we will see. The best we will do after 93 yesterday. 74 tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms early, gradually ending as the day goes on. Sunday afternoon showers and 82. Then Monday we have cooler weather, another surge of moisture, so showers and thunderstorms again. Tuesday 83 degrees and we dry it out. We'll see lots of sunshine.
Ed, thank you. Right now, Denver police are asking for the public's help finding a suspect wanted for a hit and run earlier this week. Police say just before 10 Wednesday morning, this man, was leaving a driveway on Uinta Street just south of Colfax. That's when he allegedly ran over a pedestrian, causing serious injuries. Police say he pulled the pedestrian out from under his car and then took off. His vehicle is believed to be a Dodge Grand Caravan with a temporary tag. The suspect is approximately 6 feet tall with long hair and a ponytail. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
Former President Donald Trump made his return to X, otherwise known as Twitter, to post his mugshot. It was his first tweet since January of 2021. He was reinstated on November 19th, 2022 after Elon Musk took over the platform. The post comes after he was arrested at the Fulton County Jail on felony charges in connection with efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia. Now, while there, Trump had his mugshot taken, which was a first for his 4 indictments this year.
Yeah, the former president was in and out within 20 minutes, released on a $200,000 bond, and told not to go after his co-defendants or witnesses on social media. 2 prominent figures in Colorado Republican politics turned themselves in earlier this week. They're co-defendants in this indictment. Former CU visiting professor John Eastman and Colorado Christian University fellow Jenna Ellis are out on $100,000 bond. Ellis is accused of lying to the Georgia state legislature to try and get them to send a slate of Trump electors to Congress, even though Joe Biden won the state. Eastman was the architect of the Trump team's legal plan to keep him in power. The Colorado Republican Party just hired Eastman to represent them in their legal fight to end open primaries. The remaining defendants have until noon today to turn themselves in. The next step is the arraignment, where Trump and the others will enter their pleas.
It is now 6:03 on your Friday morning, and as of this morning, nearly 400 people are officially missing following the fires in Maui. Officials released the names of 388 people who are still unaccounted for. It's been 2 weeks since the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. At least 115 people are dead, and officials worry that number could still rise. Maui County officials are blaming the fires on local utility companies, saying they ignored high wind and red flag warnings from the National Weather Service. The former principal of Denver's largest middle school is officially out of a job. The school board voted to terminate him last night. Court Dennis was the principal at McAuliffe International Middle School. TBS decided to fire him this summer after he spoke to 9 News about school security concerns after a shooting at East High School. Dennis's attorneys say that they weren't surprised by the vote, and they plan to file a federal lawsuit against DPS in about a week.
The game plan now is right around September 1st. They will have every opportunity to present all their reasons for firing Kurt Dennis to a federal judge and a federal jury, because that's where they're all going to end up.
We also heard from a lot of district families in recent weeks who were upset about his firing this summer. Even the School Administrators Union had called for Dennis to be reinstated.
The trial for a middle school teacher accused of sexually assaulting students is set to start next month. This case led to the principal and 3 other staff members also facing criminal charges, accused of waiting to tell police about the alleged assaults. Leonard Grams is facing 5 charges of sexual assault on a child, accused of inappropriately touching several girls during his PE classes at Summit Middle School in Frisco. The first girl came forward last September telling her principal that Grams touched her. Investigators say it took the school more than a month and 6 more girls coming forward before they called the Summit County Sheriff's Office. An affidavit says the district's HR director told Grams, quote, "We don't call police right away unless it's so doggone obvious." Summit Middle's principal and a counselor, 2 HR employees, all facing charges for failure to report child abuse. Court records show the trial for Grams is set to start on September 18th.
Well, Democratic Governor Jared Polis has been touting the state's new universal pre-K program. The rollout has been met with lots of issues and some unhappy educators. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is following the story for us this morning. Brianna, school leaders got their chance to share their concerns.
They did. School leaders say the universal pre-K rollout has been such a problem with incorrect and lacking information to school district and families. So the focus during last night's meeting was on Bridge Care. That's the program used to register and match students for pre-K. So the program helps keep track of how many students are in the system and how much funding each school should get. The problem that school leaders have noticed is families are getting denied, can't access the system, or they get matched and then they have 0 resources. So that means some kids are missing out on special education services, full day of pre-K classes, or any preschools at all. Tammy Johnson is a special education director in Southwest Colorado. She says this problem could have been avoided and should have been resolved years ago.
Every district in the state is paying for this, and mostly it's our children and our staff members who are the ones that are struggling through this. So no, it's not a systems issue on our part. It's a systems issue on the part of Bridge Care and the Bridge Care staff and the planning staff for not listening to us when they should have previously.
Johnson also says if these problems aren't fixed, it could cause schools to lose out on necessary funding. So the Colorado Department of Education says they are working with the State Department to address these concerns and will have answers hopefully by next week. In the meantime, Governor Jared Polis is on a statewide tour like Jordan just mentioned, and later this morning he will make a stop at a pre-K right here in Denver.
Yeah, it's been a headache for a lot of people on many sides of this issue, Brianna. Thank you.